Welcome back to Career Talk with Laura. If this is your first time on my channel, hi, I'm Laura and I'll be talking about career advice, personal development, and all that good stuff. Please subscribe and turn on the notification button so you can get my latest updates. Data science has been a hot field for a while now, and a lot of people, including myself, wanted to hop on to the data science bandwagon. I see a lot of people pick up some coding and some math skills in order to try to get into this field, and they try to beef up their resume in order to land one of these hot jobs. I reviewed many aspiring data scientist resumes, and I picked up on some red flags that suggest that the candidate may not be the best fit for the job. So, before you beef up your resume, here are 5 red flags that you should avoid on your data scientist resume. Number 1. You list a whole bunch of AI or ML keywords as if you just Google them and mass copy pasted them into your resume. If you're just listing a whole bunch of keywords like
image recognition, deep learning, NLP, reinforcement learning, SVM, PCA, XGBoost,
and so on, then it becomes really dubious that you really know what you're talking about. Areas like natural language processing and image recognition are so wide that a data scientist can dedicate a good chunk of their career into it. If you're just starting out and you have a whole bunch of these as part of your qualifications, it's unlikely that you have in-depth knowledge of all these topics. Put the topics that you're familiar with and can explain in detail, because it could get very awkward at an interview if an interviewer is asking you to explain these concepts or algorithms in detail and you can't actually explain a whole bunch of them. List the projects or experiences where you actually use these techniques, because that's how you show you can put the knowledge into practice. Number 2, listing the Kaggle competition tutorial project as one of your projects. Yeah, the one about predicting Titanic survivors, that shouldn't be one of your most notable projects to be included in your resume. If you list projects on your resume, then it's best to list ones that are relevant to the industry that you're applying to and that demonstrate that you can solve some business problem using data. You should be able to explain what you did in detail, not I followed the kernel, type.fit, and got a model. Number 3, overcomplicating projects just for the sake of using machine learning techniques and you don't show awareness of the business impact of your work. Unless you're hired purely for research, you're there to deliver some business value. So if you're spending a lot of time developing a really complex solution when a simple one will do, then you're not really delivering the best value. For example, trying to use some fancy data imputation techniques that take a long time to implement, while a mean or median imputation will do. Also, if you overcomplicate your solution, your business stakeholders might just get confused and your ingenuity will be interpreted as impractical. If your model needs to be productionalized, then you need to keep the production system in mind. Your solution will deliver value if it's implementable. Remember that. No matter how fancy or accurate your model is, if it can't be implemented to run in a reasonable time frame, or if it's not even compatible with a production system, then it can't be used. Also, the implementation team will curse you. Number 4, focusing so much on the technical aspects that you leave out your soft skills. And the reason why this is a red flag is similar to what we've discussed before. Data scientist roles are usually not research roles where you can just hold yourself up and then produce some technical masterpiece at the end. As a data scientist, you are most likely hired to solve a business problem, which means you will need to communicate effectively with your stakeholders and understand their needs. You will need to work with a team to develop and implement a solution. You will also need to explain your work to audiences without a technical background. You need to be able to make that connection between the techniques and real-world applications. You need to demonstrate and highlight soft skills like problem solving, communication with technical and non-technical audiences, teamwork, prioritization, and the ability to understand business context. Number 5, you forget about data cleaning. Data cleaning is the unglorious part of data science, but it's crucial. You need to check the data quality and understand how dependable your data is. All of your results will have the caveat of, is your data valid? Did you select a representative sample of your population? Or do you have the entire population? What's the missing rate in your data? Are there funky values in your data? Did you reconcile your data with other sources? If you don't even bother to check the data and do the necessary cleaning, and you just throw the data into your model, then the validity of your model will come into question. Garbage in, garbage out. I hear data science managers emphasize these things a lot. I try to avoid these mistakes in my resume back when I applied to data scientist or quantitative modeling roles. I hope these tips work for you. How are you going to optimize your data science resume? Leave a comment and any questions below. Thanks for watching. Bye.